bank holiday Monday in August, and there's the market starting to get into swing. Pan round, people enjoying coffee and sandwiches. Now we've got the entrance into Ludlow Castle, and to the left hand side of it, behind these motorcycles, there's an old cannon. And we're heading down to the left, but I think we're going to go through the castle gardens. We're heading down there, down towards Diverted Bridge. It's an absolutely stunning day. There's lots of people out enjoying the view, the sunshine and the weather. Now, I've got to thank my mum for writing all the notes on this. Mum was actually born in Lower Broad Street in Ludlow, and a lot of this is her childhood memories. So thank you, Mum. Thank you so much. The old black and white houses there, and go towards splendid house here, which is owned by Clearview Stoves. I wonder if that was an old pub with the harp outside. Dinham House. Now we're heading left down the hill, and eventually we'll come out at Diverted Bridge. There's a lot of traffic on the road at this point because the main road through the centre of the town is closed for maintenance, so diverting traffic round here. But this is early Monday morning on a bank holiday, so not too bad at all. Past Dinham Lodge, we will have seen these houses from up on Whitcliffe at the start. On it. So we followed the road on round, and the cottage just here behind these railings used to be a sweet shop when Mum was a girl. So we're talking about just before World War II. You used to have to ring a bell on the gate, and the lady would come out and you tell her what you wanted and she'd come and fetch it for you. Got part of the old town defences up there, and we're heading down across Diverted Bridge. This is the site of the old Ludlow Town swimming baths. It's now a really nice cafe for you to go and get some refreshments. and chill out by the river. Walking up across Durham Bridge now. And the river's looking very inviting. Ducks down there. And the roaring you can hear in the background is Durham Weir. The river's really low at the moment. You can't normally see that gravel bar, but it's beautiful here. In that pool above the weir, you used to be able to hire rowing boats. I think you probably still can, but I haven't been down there from the Linney playing fields. We've got the castle up above us now. Natural defensive structure. And there's the bread walk, our objective for the day. The river in front of us is actually the River Teme. Flows through Ludlow, down through Tenbury Wells, and then joins the Severn just below Worcester. Now we've come over Durham Bridge. There's a couple of parrots out here, which is quite cool. And we're heading along to the left. Now if we look up here on our right, some big steps that lead up onto the top of Whitcliffe, and those steps are known as the Donkey Steps. Now we're heading along the river. This is known as the Bread Walk because when they made this path, apparently they paid the people who built the path in bread rather than in money. When my mum and dad, who are both from Ludlow, were at school, they used to bring the kids swimming down in the river. Have another view back towards the bridge, the castle above it. Absolutely beautiful day. So this morning when I filmed the time-lapse intro to this video, I was up on top of this. Now this has become very much more wooded over the last few years, and looking at Mum's notes, she's talking about being able to see the top of Whitcliffe, but unfortunately due to the forestry that's grown up here, you've got no chance. The river is looking beautiful. Path is nice and quiet, and the sun's shining. Doesn't really get a whole lot better than that, really. Got a very strong connection to this place. My dad was born and brought up on Whitcliffe, which is up to our right, and my mum was born and brought up at the bottom of Broad Street, and indeed we'll be walking past her old house on our route. But it's absolutely beautiful. By the look of it, the one parrot has flown off. I can hear him squawking in the background, the big macaw. The path is very well graded, very clean, and we're just rising up gently now. You can see up behind us there Ludlow in all its splendour, and just keep heading on. There's lots of benches along here for you to sit and chill out, and I can hear some rapids. I very much think they're probably at the not far from the Ludford Bridge. It's obviously a very well used dog walking route, and really handy for the town. Ludlow's a beautiful town, incidentally, if you've not taken the time to visit. It's got a railway station, good bus links, and also obviously very accessible by car. Beautiful historic buildings, and yeah, and it's generally a nice place. There's a geezer down here fishing. There we go. You can hear those rapids roaring. We've got another weir just here, so that accounts for all the noise. And this, I think, is at the bottom of Mill Street. There's an information board. Now the path goes up these uneven steps. Some of them are quite big, so just be careful. Look after those ankles and knees. These steps have been hewn out of the rock. You can carry on up there to the right, but our path lies forward to following the left-hand fork. And there's something you don't expect to see right on the fringe of a town, is some farmed land. Allotments. Absolutely beautiful. St Lawrence's Church there up in the background. And then we're carrying on this way, guys. I keep nearly catching this little Westie up who seems to want to stop for a little cuddle. Mum and Dad used to have Westie. I absolutely love them. So we're approaching the road that goes up over Whitcliffe, up into Mortimer Forest. And oh, hello. Then we'll be dropping down to the Ludford Bridge. The sunshine's absolutely gorgeous, and it gives us beautiful views down through the gaps in the trees, and I look at the back of all these houses and I wonder where they are. You can clearly see the broad gate in the middle of the shot there, and then the church up Gravel Hill up the top, and Brownclea behind it. As ever, our route lies onwards. Little spaniel having a roll there. And I think we're about to start descending down to Ludford Bridge. We've got some large and uneven steps down to the bridge. They just hate fit people. I love a little tracery there of the dragons on the doors here. Now the big house up there, when my dad was a boy, he used to come and play with the kids from there. Dad lived several hundred metres up there. It's a busy junction now, coming in from the A49. Here we go. Coming up towards Ludford Bridge. Now when I left home this morning it was absolutely freezing, but it hasn't taken too long to warm up. The pub just here on my left is called the Charlton Arms, and when we tend to have family reunions this is where we go. It's a really nice dining room. And a really beautiful bridge. And during wartime, when my mum was a little girl, she was telling me stories of when the Americans were here. They couldn't turn their vehicles sharply enough to come up this over the bridge, so they used to have to go up towards the Wheatsheaf there and turn round and then come back down. Here we got the weir, which was refurbished 20 odd years ago. It's beautiful, fish path straight up the middle, and then Broad Street, and we're heading up there in a minute. That's the Charlton Arms with the big glazed dining room and roof deck. Absolutely beautiful place to stop and have a drink. This is Lower Broad Street, where Mum grew up when she was a little girl. It's a really beautiful area now, and you can still drive up it and drive through the Broad Gate, which is one of the old town gates that is still in operation on the old medieval town wall. And we've got to keep an eye out for Mum's house. I think it's now called Toad Hall. I can only just remember it when I was a little kid, coming and stopping with Nanny and Grandad. But that was an awful long time ago. Here we go. So there you go, Mum. Your old house. Number 55 Lower Broad Street. Wheat Sheaf pub up above. Dash through here now before there's a car driving up behind me. The old portcullis grooves in the wall. And there, got the butter cross and St Lawrence's Church. Beautiful little mews just off Broad Street. Beautiful building on the corner is fantastically restored. Bodnam's Gentleman's Outfitters, where my old fella used to get all his clothes. And now our walk's gone almost full circle back to the market square in the middle of Ludlow. It's been a beautiful walk, probably take about half an hour, and not too taxing at all. Just be careful on those steps. Here we are back in the market square. Thanks very much for joining for another Clibbery walk on tour, and keep your eyes peeled for another one. If you've enjoyed it, please consider clicking like and subscribing to the channel. Thank you very much. Bye.